What's up, guys? It's your boy AJ here. I decided to get out of the house finally and do this next YouTube episode right here in my beautiful hometown of Pueblo. Just on a little stroll. Just thought, hey, why not come to one of the most popular places in my hometown? That is the one and only Earl Dutch Clark Stadium. Has a lot of history behind it, and I just figured this is a big enough topic to come out here and talk about in one of the most craziest atmospheres you'll ever see in this town. Stick with it, guys. It's your boy AJM. Get ready for this next episode. Now, with the NBA starting, there's a lot of questions to be asked here. But I think the biggest question we need to ask ourselves is the greatest dynasty, probably in basketball, were they worthy enough to win all the titles they won over this past decade? Did the Golden State Warriors deserve winning all those titles? Me personally, I don't think so. And here's why. If you look at the rankings, if you look at the facts, in 2014, 2015, which was Steph's breakout year, Klay's breakout year, Draymond's breakout year, it was clear they were the best team in the West. Number one, 67-15 record. Steph was making history and at that time redefining the game. They breezed through New Orleans, breezed through Memphis, breezed through Houston to meet the Cavs in the NBA Finals. Now, many people were like, okay, well, LeBron went back to the Cavs. Okay, who will they play in the West? Nobody thought it was going to be Golden State, and I'll give them credit. They just burst onto the scene like nothing. They met in the finals, but let's not forget, in the first round against Boston, Kevin Love broke his shoulder. Kyrie Irving was battling knee injuries, foot injuries in the Chicago series, in the Atlanta series, and even the Golden State series. So it was a matchup most NBA fans expected and wanted to see. Now, they meet in game one, very closely contested game. Cavs should have won. Kyrie got hurt. I believe Klay Thompson did a cheap shot, landed a knee, it was like a UFC knee almost, landed a knee on Kyrie Irving's kneecap, and that was all she wrote. That shifted the momentum. Although the Cavs had a 2-1 series lead on them, it just shifted the momentum because everyone was writing the Cavs off. Everyone thought the Cavs were just toast. And that's when it happened. That's what made basketball basketball. That's what made history history. Golden State landed up winning that series in 6 games. Just a lot of people were right. And in fact, Golden State should have won that series. With no Kyrie, no K-Love, how do you expect that number one team in the West not to win? And in my eyes, I just didn't think they deserved to win. If the Cavs were at full strength, they would have won that series. Whether it be in 7 games or less. They would have won that first series. But due to injuries, it's pretty clear. And not only due to injuries, LeBron got gassed. He was so gassed, he couldn't carry his team any farther. It's almost as big as winning a championship to carry his team to 6 games. You know what I mean? It's almost a big feather in a cap for LeBron James for even making it that far with that squad. But all in all, it is what it is. Golden State won that year, their first title in 40 years, but I just don't believe they should have. Then we moved to 2015, 2016. That was when they had the greatest season ever. Not. They had the best record ever. 73-9, of course, first in the West. Ran through Houston, ran through Portland. Were down 3-1 themselves against Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, and the OKC Thunder. Of course, they came back, won that. Klay had a monstrous Game 6. I'll give them that. Monstrous Game 6, put them over the top. And they were able to go to the finals and play the one and only Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Cavs, they struggled, sure. And Golden State did get the best of them in the 2 regular season matchups when they played on Christmas and MLK that year. But my take was it was going to be the matchup again. Golden State, Cleveland, round 2. Both teams at full force. No excuses. Let's see who comes out on top. Game 1, Golden State. The first 2 games went to Golden State in pretty devastating fashion. The Cavs didn't really face that much adversity in the playoffs. The only adversity they really faced was when they lost 2 in a row to Toronto. But they came back, won that series in 6. Now here's my thing. When the Cavs not having that much adversity, what gives them a chance? What pulled them out of the hole of 3-1? They won Game 3 at home, dominated Golden State. Lost Game 4. That was a turning point in the series where Draymond got suspended. Many people are like, oh, it made a huge impact. I don't believe it did. If Draymond Green is as good as everybody says he is as good as all these supposed experts make him out to be, Golden State would have won that series. They were up 3-1 on them. Won Game 4. Curry went off, I'll give him that. They won Game 4. Now, they would have won in Game 5, Game 6, or Game 7. No, they choked. Cavs won that series. LeBron was averaging yet another triple-double. Game 5, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James had 41 points each. 82 points between each other. I cannot do math. But, all in all, they made the greatest comeback in NBA history. And that just shows that the facts are where it is. If the Cavs were healthy in that 2015 NBA Finals, they would have won. Golden State had every opportunity to win that second NBA Finals. They just could not do it. They could not do it. Cavs dominated them in Games 3 and 6. Game 5 and 7, those were pretty contested. If Golden State was that good, if they were the greatest team in NBA history, they would have closed it out. But, hey, LeBron got his 3rd ring. I mean, what can I say? Then we moved to 2016, 2017. I was going to say now, Kevin Durant was the biggest difference. Draymond cried in the parking lot after Game 7 and begged Kevin Durant to come to the Warriors. And remember when they were up 3-1 on them? When OKC was up 3-1 on Golden State? Well, hey, guess what? If you can't beat them, join them, I guess. Kevin Durant made arguably one of the most weakest moves in NBA history and joined the greatest regular season team of all time. I mean, I thought the Cavs would win again. You know, I thought whoever would play them in the finals would win again. But I was just like, man, you might as well give them the trophy. Give them the trophy. I mean, he was the main reason. You had 4 All-Stars on that team then. You had Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. Man, they had every right to win the title. They breezed through everybody. Out to a 15-0 start. 1 game away. Of course, they met the Cavs in the finals. Their records in the playoffs that year combined, both teams only lost 1 game. So it was the Mecca of the Mecca. A true trilogy, if you may say. Cavs, Warriors, Part 3. Matchup most NBA fans expected. Matchup many NBA fans wanted to see. And I know I was one of them. But Kevin Durant, man, second greatest player of all time, he just took it to him. Took it to LeBron, took it to the Cavs. All games scored over 30 points. Won Finals MVP. They won in 5 games. I mean, what more can I say? I was happy that the Cavs even got a win over them. But I just thought the Warriors would fall apart. But the main reason that the Cavs lost was basically Kevin Durant. He hit that big shot in Game 3 that took the series over. Just plain and simple. Took the series over for Golden State. Kevin Durant literally walked up into a 3 and splashed it. And I was just like, yep, that's the series. It don't matter if the Cavs win 1, maybe 2 games. I'll admit, I kept the facts right. You just add the second greatest player of all time next to 3 other All-Stars, you're going to win a ship. And that's what happened. Kevin Durant finally got his first ring. Now, there was a lot of questions to be answered going into the next year, 2017, 2018. Golden State was kind of dwindling. They didn't have the record everyone thought they would. And I'm pretty sure when Kevin Durant came, everyone thought, jeez, the Warriors would go 82-0. Let's be real. But, man, when you have 4 All-Stars on a team, granted they lost a lot more games than they should have. But again, if you look at past interviews with, say, Matt Barnes or even Draymond, this was the year they started dwindling. although they swept the Cavs in the finals, they could have been in a lot more trouble. But once again, Kevin Durant saved them again with a shot basically from the same spot, literally from the same spot, to ice the series. I mean, those two shots in 2017 and 2018, when Kevin Durant hit with the game on the line in both games, that stabbed the Cavs in the heart. That was a shot in the heart. It stabbed me in the heart. But the one in 2018 stabbed them against the heart. Mainly stabbed me in the heart. Mainly because LeBron had nobody. Kyrie Irving left. The team they tried building up was gone. They had Dwayne Wade, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, Kyle Korver. All those guys were gone. They had a young team. And I was just like, man, okay. I did not expect the Cavs to get to the finals. I'll be real. But I was just like, okay, Cavs, Warriors, part 4. Who's going to win? LeBron would be the true GOAT if he would have got them through all this. If he would have got them through this, LeBron would have been the true GOAT. But they got swept. Kevin Durant stabbed them in the heart. Back-to-back years, making him a 2-time Finals MVP. You can make the argument, though, with the Cavs being the team they are, having LeBron James, having Kyrie Irving 2017, basically having a stacked team all these years, they would have won a few games. In 2017, you can make the argument Golden State could have won in 6, or the Cavs could have won in 7. Same in 2018. Cavs could have won Game 1 and Game 5. Game 3 as well. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. I was just like, man, why can't LeBron just catch a break? You know, LeBron's my guy. Why can't he just catch a break? You could make the argument both of those years, 2017 and 2018, Cavs should have been up. They should at least tie the series at 2 games apiece. That's just facts. Or if anything, they should have lost in 5 in 2018. But hey, it is what it is. Kevin Durant bailed them out both years. Then we got 2018, 2019. They signed Boogie Cousins. Then you have 5 All-Stars. You put Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Boogie Cousins. Yeah, you basically are playing 2K out there, guys. I mean, come on. They should win the title. But, of course, they signed Boogie when he tore his Achilles, so he was going to be on the shelf. So, in a way, Golden State still had the team that they had. So, they ended up with the record of 57-25. They lost a lot of games that year. And let's not forget that infamous night, November 10th, 2018, when Draymond and KD started fighting. And many people were thinking that was the end. Many analysts were thinking that was the end. Me too. I was like, oh, they're falling apart. They're falling apart. And with LeBron going to the West, it's going to be those 2 teams, Lakers and Warriors, who's going to go to the NBA Finals. Sadly, LeBron got hurt. None of them made it to the finals. But Golden State was in the finals. And the team that would always lose to LeBron in the playoffs, the Toronto Raptors, out of all teams, would go on and play. Now, let's be honest. Let's go back a little bit. Here's another reason why the Warriors shouldn't have won a title in the season of 2018. Playing the Rockets. The Rockets were the number 1 seed in the West, right? Golden State was the number 2 seed for the first time under Steve Kerr in the Steph Curry era. Chris Paul was cooking on Steph. There's no debate. Chris Paul was cooking. They were up 3-2. All they had to do was win in Golden State. They didn't? No problem. Go back to Houston. Go back, win Game 7 in Houston. They didn't. Chris Paul got hurt in Game 5. They were winning that series. If Chris Paul would have stayed healthy, the Houston Rockets would have represented the West in the 2018 NBA Finals. That's just facts. That's just facts. Then, let's wind the clock to next year, 2019. They meet the Raptors in the finals. Kevin Durant gets hurt. And I believe was it the Portland series, or it was either the Portland series or the Houston series. It was the Houston series. One of the game in the Houston series. Or no. It was the Portland. Boogie got hurt in the first round against the Clippers. Then Kevin Durant got hurt in the Portland series. They landed up sweeping Portland. They were in the finals once again. But the big question was, will Kevin Durant come back and play? In that scuffle that Draymond and Kevin Durant had, he told Kevin Durant, "We won without you. We were here winning titles without you." Correction, you won one. But he said that. Many people were like, Warriors got this. Don't matter if Kevin Durant plays. Warriors got this against the Raptors in games 5 and 6. I could see why, mainly because the Raptors had no finals experience. The only person that really had finals experience was Kawhi Leonard. So I understand why those experts were all over the Warriors' nuts, but nonetheless, it was going to be an interesting series. They were down 3-1 again. Kevin Durant came back game 5, was balling, had 11 points in about 6 minutes. I mean, dude was a monster. Of course, though, ruptured his Achilles around this time last year. That was all she wrote. That was all she wrote. Although the Warriors did end up winning game 5, back to Oracle, down 3-2. You have a chance to make it 3-3 going back to Toronto. They were down 3-1 before. They could have done it again. So I knew the Raptors were going to win. I was just like, don't count out the Warriors. Whatever you do not count them out. Game 6, Klay Thompson gets hurt, tears his ACL. That was it. The efforts of Steph Curry could not handle it. Just could not handle it. They could not handle Kawhi. They could not handle the fact that they got the taste of their own medicine. Like when they played the Cavs the first time, Kyrie, Kevin Love. LeBron basically took a lot of bench players, a lot of veterans, a lot of G League players to the finals. And that's exactly what Golden State had. How are you going to win a title with Kevon Looney, Jordan Bell, all those guys? The Warriors got a taste of their own medicine that year. The 2 titles they won after were because of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant won them those 2 titles. Arguably, they won off of luck and skill. Don't get me wrong. They had a lot of skill. But at the end of the day, it was luck, Kevin Durant, man, and injury. They won off injury. Like I said, if Chris Paul didn't get hurt, they would have won that game. Chris Paul didn't get hurt, they would have won that game. I'm pausing a lot because it's frustrating how you need the second best player in the world to win 2 championships. Luck, injury, KD. And that was it. They were on the ropes in that first series against the Cavs. They should have lost that series. That first title, you can't even call it a true title. You can't call any of their titles a true title because they had to add the second best player in the league in Kevin Durant. And let's face it, it's just facts. When they played the Cavs at full force, they choked on a gigantic apple. And that's that. If you like this video, please give me a subscribe. If you like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment on if the Warriors deserved all their titles they won. It's your boy AJM. Please, please, please tell me what you think. I love you all. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Keep it 100, everybody.